qualify. So we're monitoring the U.S. 4x4 situation, and it's still complicated, I think, because Muhammad and McLaughlin and Athing Mo all made strong cases, and then you have now 2 American women in the final. I think if Felix wins it, it's going to be a clear decision. I still don't know what they're going to do with Mo. I'm almost positive McLaughlin and Muhammad will do it because of how fast they ran in the 4 hurdles and the fact that they did it in 2019. But I just don't know what they'll do with Mo and how they'll look at that performance and compare it to others. But I think it's between 5 people for 4 spots is what I think right now.
I agree, but they're going to have a problem if Hayes beats Felix. Because if Hayes beats Felix, it would look bad to take Felix but not Hayes. And if you take both Hayes and Felix, then you got to remove Mo. You have to bump
Mo.
Yeah. You can't bump Mo. Mo's the best. Mo's the fastest of them all. So you can't bump her.
No, they would. I think they would bump Mo if that was the order.
They would bump. Okay, what's Travis? Can you bring up current 400 meter times in the world?
I'm not saying she's not fast. I'm saying what I think they're going to do. I'm not saying what they should do.
So they would bump. She's literally the fastest American. She's run 49.57. That would be really wild to bump the fastest American.
Yeah. I think that's what
in the world.
Yeah. I think they would bump her before they bumped McLaughlin or Muhammad.
That makes no sense. I think you bump Muhammad. Actually, you should bump.
She was on it before. She was on it before, and she just ran 51.5 with hurdles. So I think you could make an assumption that she'd be faster, that she could run faster than 49.5 over. I mean, on a flat 400.
I think Mo's split 48 seconds on a 4x4. So
again, I'm not saying what I would do. I'm saying what I think they will do if they had to choose between those 3.
But why would they? They would just let how fast would Athing Mo have to run in an open 4 for them to not bump her?
I think it's more of an experience. I think they look at it more as an experience thing than anything else. I mean, if she was
400, come on.
If she was in the open 4, makes it easier. Again,
but the 5th time, if Athing Mo
I'm not saying what I would do. I'm saying what I think they will do. I don't think they're going to keep McLaughlin and Muhammad off the 4x4. I just don't see it happening.
I'm just asking you if what would Athing Mo's open PR need to be for them to do what you want them to do? For them to if Athing Mo had a 48.99 season's best, would they still bump Athing Mo for Dalilah? Do you think they would still do that?
That would be
48.99.
No, I think that would be enough. Yeah.
So that's the question. How much faster?
But hold on. But you said bump her for Dalilah. I think you'd still keep Dalilah. I think you'd bump one of the 400-meter runners in that case.
You'd bump.
Look,
Hayes.
Jamaica's running really well, right through these heats. So again, I think that they'll be fine if they pick any 4 of those 5. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out because they have the top end and they have the depth. But Jamaica's been running well, so they don't have as big of a margin of error as I probably thought going into these championships, because the Jamaican squad is looking sharp. So,
NBA fan on YouTube just said, Kevin, you can't be this dumb, which is a great thing to say because it's always dunking on me, and for me to be able to have a negative
about what
about you, it just feels good.
I'm not saying.
I don't know. I think it's about
you're NBA fan. As a fellow NBA fan, you're arguing with what I think somebody else is going to do. You're not arguing with what I think should happen. NBA fan, come on. We got to stick together, NBA fans. There's not that many of us out there. You really think that they're going to pull after what Muhammad and McLaughlin did? They're going to take them off the relay? No, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Well, I think I can agree with that. But will they take? I think they would need to take You're saying that they would choose Quinera Hayes and Allison Felix over a Thing Mo, is what you're saying.
The situation that you proposed to me, you said if they had to choose two between those three non 400-meter runners, which two would they choose? And I said McLaughlin and Muhammad. And you, an NBA fan out there, are calling me dumb for saying that. And I'm saying that's just what I think they're going to do because they're going to build on what they have done in the past. And you're looking at two women who ran 51 mid in a 400 hurdle race. It's not like it's going to be a huge drop off in performance. And they'll probably make the argument that Mo has time, next year and the year after and the year after that, she'll get to run a lot of 400s in her life and blah, blah, blah.
Next, final two questions. If they had to choose between a Thing Mo and silver and bronze medalists, no, if they had to choose between a Thing Mo and silver medalist Quinera Hayes, who did they choose?
In this situation, what place does Felix get?
Third.
So that, what you described there is the literal nightmare scenario, I think. That's the literal nightmare scenario. Mo and Hayes, I think that they would go. Well, but in that situation, it should be between Hayes and Felix. It shouldn't be between Hayes and Mo. I think in that case they would go with a Thing Mo in that case.
Okay. That's wild.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, a little about the.
Hold on. Wait, you said if Hayes gets silver,
if Hayes gets second and Felix gets bronze, who are the two women that run with the 400-meter hurdlers?
Oh. Then this is really going to make you an NBA fan mad. Then yeah, I think Mo's not on it. Then I think they're going to go Felix and Hayes. They're going to put the silver and bronze medalist on it. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do.
Not the gold medalists, Thing Mo.
No, well, it's a 4x4. It's a 4x4. Again, everybody listening, I'm not saying that's what should be done. I'm predicting what will be done.
I know they say there's no I in team, but there is a 400 and an 800. So Mo should be in it.
That is true. And she's run a 400. She's proven that she's a fast 400, which is again, this isn't one of those Gordon Mack things where he's like, hey, put a guy on the 4x4 who ran it once at an open meet and I do these calculations and they're fast. She actually put her money where her mouth is and ran some fast 400s this year, which I think should qualify her to be strongly considered, let alone doing all the math of like, well, a 155 converts to this and that. No, she actually ran a 400 and I think you should run it to be considered. She actually did that, which I think even strengthens her case, right? She ran a bunch of 400s this year. McLaughlin and Muhammad didn't run a bunch of 400s this year. So I think she's got a really strong case, again, which is why I would have her on the team. But I'm not making the decision.
I think they should put Shamir Little on the team. That's what they should do. Let's find Shamir.
I think we might have lost the NBA fan. I'm worried about that.